we're seeing a softer, weaker, less capable man, a man who is more in his feelings, effeminate. And this is a man that is not necessarily a man, but more so a male with the behavior of a woman. And it's no wonder that sperm count has decreased by 50% in the last 50 years, and that testosterone levels have decreased by 30% in the last 30 years. We're seeing a crisis of testosterone, fertility, men's mental illness at an all-time high. We see a failure to thrive in so many men, and they feel lost. They feel neglected. And we have society telling these men a certain narrative. That narrative is unhelpful. That narrative is polluting the minds of so many young men. And this is creating a divide between men, between women. To me, it's very clear what the problem is. And I want to begin by asking you to imagine that we're designing a zoo exhibit for a lion. Now, we want to design this zoo exhibit so that it's as aligned as possible with the lion's natural habitat, meaning that we want to have these structures that would have access to. It has a shelter that's made out of rock, having trees, boulders, bushes, having a water source, quality air, access to light, the sunlight. And if we fail to provide the natural necessities that this lion needs, we're going to see this lion get sick, it's going to fail to thrive, and eventually it's going to die. Now let's talk about the killer whale. If we remove a killer whale from its natural environment in the ocean and we put it in a zoo exhibit, something interesting happens. This dorsal fin on the back of the killer whale actually goes floppy. When the killer whale has been removed from its natural environment where it can swim freely, fast, different directions, that dorsal fin is able to function. It stays upright, and that killer whale attacks the ocean. We bring it into captivity. That dorsal fin is now floppy. It's weak. It's flacid. And we can liken this to what happens to the modern man who he's become soft, flaccid, unable to sustain an erection, has a floppy cock, who has low testosterone, low sperm count. These are all side effects of over-domestication, being in captivity, of being disconnected with your true human nature. How do we fix this? Now, if the killer whale had an environment that was supportive, wide open waters, then yes, that fin may be staying more upright, more erect. If the lion has a habitat that's designed properly, has the right dosages of earth, air, water, fire, then excellent. This lion can thrive and survive. And if humans can bring more connection of nature into our workspace, our home space, into the spaces that we interact with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, then yes, we can support our biology and our physiology at a higher level. But if we fail to maintain this connection with nature, it is inevitable that we're going to see an inability to reproduce. And this is the state of the world. This is what we're seeing. And it's only going to get worse because there's this whole move, this push to try to force everyone into this artificial world, these synthetic environments. For us humans, it's really important that we maintain this connection with nature as this technocracy continues to accelerate. Because if we lose this connection completely, this is where the human species is also going to lose as a whole. So it's really important for each and every one of us, each and every one of you, to grab your balls, go outside, get sunlight on them, and maintain this connection with nature, to tap into your primal masculine essence as a man. Get outside, get in the sun, get your feet in the grass. One of the best things you can do is upon first waking up, go outside, get 5 to 20 minutes of sunlight in your eyes, go for a walk, drink 32 ounces of water, with a little bit of salt in it. Make sure that you're going to bed at a good time, waking up at the same time every day. There's so many things that are very basic foundational activities and behaviors the modern man is failing to do. Forget biohacking, health hacks, peptides, and different things that we can use to help with longevity and furthering our life, performance, etc. If you're failing to even achieve the basic elements of your natural essence as a man, none of that other stuff matters. You need to begin with the basics, the foundation, getting the elements of air, fire, water, earth, timing your habits and your behaviors to include proper dosages of nature. This is how you can optimize your hormones. There's really great research out there showing how time in nature can reduce your cortisol, lower your heart rate, lower your blood pressure, can actually increase natural killer cells, increasing your immune system. It can improve your sleep, circadian rhythm. If we look at all of these things as a whole, men tend to suffer from more cardiovascular disease. There's so many benefits to reducing all of these cardiovascular risk factors just by going outside in nature. If we look at some of the research on testosterone, well, some of the research we've looked at on the channel actually shows when we can reduce the stress hormones, when we can tap into more of our parasympathetic states, when we can reduce cortisol, this is how we can increase testosterone. By optimizing your connection with nature, by tuning your circadian rhythm in with the natural 24-hour cycles of the day, the night, really being in sync with these natural rhythms, you're going to optimize your natural hormones. Your testosterone levels will go up. If you're currently out of whack with your hormones and they're low and you're sleeping shitty, you're not going outside, you're eating a shit and you're not drinking water, we'll start there and you're probably going to exponentially increase your testosterone levels, because just by beginning with the basics, this allows you to then take care of that basic, that foundation. Then you can use the hacks, the biohacks, use those things to then get you to the next level. That's essentially what I've done. It's because I've been consistent doing the foundational things. Now I use the biohacks of using the red light, the infrared light, icing of the testicles, the cryotherapy. There's extra things that we can do to then get into the top 3% of the human population. But without doing those foundational basics of tapping into the elements, your primal human nature, there's no hacks, there's no biohacks, there's no going beyond, because you haven't even covered the basics. And for myself, spending time in nature has been vital for my mental health, for my physical health. I can really feel inspired, feel motivated, feel creative, and really be able to feel this mental clarity that I just can't get if I'm inside all day. That, along with my testosterone levels now being as high as they are, I definitely know that getting outside in nature, sunning my testicles, all of these things have been what's helped me to take my testosterone levels from under 190 nanograms per deciliter to now in the upper 700s nanograms per deciliter, all from just doing natural, basic, foundational things. If you want to get the full protocol, that everything I did to increase my testosterone levels by 400% naturally, you can get my free testosterone optimization course. You can get that course for free in the link in the description below. I'll see you there.